anyways, oh my god, I look super bad. Anyways, I figured I might as well do a get ready with me. So maybe I have some fucking content to post. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, like, before my last day in Chicago vlog, but maybe I'll post it, maybe I will. So I'm getting ready to go and work overnight. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go and work overnight tonight, so I figure, do some makeup. It'll help me stay awake and maybe not feel such a large sense of dread. I don't even know what day of the week it is, to be honest, but yeah, so I'm gonna go in. I always do my eyes first. I mean, this isn't a makeup tutorial. You guys don't care about that. But oh my god, no. So I went to Starbucks this morning, Starbies, after I got off work. And normally I'm not like a Starbucks kind of bitch myself. I really don't like Starbucks coffee. But you know what? I was like, I got a gift card for my birthday. Like, I'm gonna try it. Like, it might be good, Like, I'll give her a chance. Cause like, I'm not saying I love Dunkin', but I love Dunkin'. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to admit I'm poor and that I prefer Dunkin' over Starbucks. Like, that's fine. And do I think their coffee is better? No. Like, honestly, no. Like, it probably tastes worse on a daily basis than Starbucks does. I don't know. I do like the Starbucks cups. I collect those, but mostly because they're pretty. And I'm probably gonna bedazzle the ones I have soon and just like cover up the logo because I'm tired of it. Anyways, I don't know, like, if it's just me, but every single time I go to Starbucks, they're rude to me, no matter if it's a different location. It's very rare that I get someone that's nice there, and again, maybe it's just me. But I could not figure out what to order. They're out of, like, everything, which isn't their fault. I get it. You don't control that. Like, you don't control the shipments or whatever. Hi, honey. But, like, bitch, they were out of, like, everything. And I was like, do I just get a black fucking coffee? Like, do I get a normal coffee? Or, like, what do I get? Because, like, I'm not used to it here. And the menu's so confusing. Why do you expect me to know the menu or have your app? Put it on the menu. They literally, I'm not exaggerating, they maybe had 20 things on the menu. Maybe. And they're out of like half. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I'm pressuring. I'm under pressure. I don't like going new places. I don't like going out to eat at all. I would rather just dig myself into a deep amount of debt by door dashing everything to my house. But I did decide that I was gonna stop through the drive-thru. And I could tell they were, like, not happy that I asked for a minute to look at the menu. So I'm like, okay, I'm, like, trying to hurry up. And, I don't even know what I got. Like, it's still sitting out on my counter out there. So maybe I'll show you because I tried, guys. Like, I tried to drink this drink, but we'll get to that. So, like, I order and I go to the window. And homegirl was not having a good morning. I don't know if it's maybe because they opened an hour ago and they had to make a coffee and they were in a bad mood. There was no line. I don't know if she was just having a bad day. I'm not trying to be judgy or whatever, but that's literally what I'm doing. So anyways, so like this coffee's, she hands me the coffee and it's like so fucking foul. And like feel free to correct me if you know me. I don't think I've ever brought anything back and been like, remake it, unless they make it with meat, because I'm a vegetarian, and obviously my coffee didn't have meat in it. But I swear to God, this coffee was 90% milk. This is exactly what I put in my Yelp review, by the way. 90% milk, 5% sludge, and 1% coffee. That's not even the correct percent for 100, but you know what I mean. I'm paraphrasing. So yeah. And, I don't know, she was just rude as fuck. She, like, slammed the window, after we ordered and stuff. I don't know. Like, I'm scared to go to Starbucks. I feel like every time I go, like, I am going to get, bullied. Like, I feel like I'm going to I walked in on every popular Visco girl from my high school working at the same place. You know what I mean? I feel like I walked into that type of a situation, and I just don't like it. It's a bunch of mean girls. And again, I'm not saying Dunkin' isn't. I'm not saying it's any better. I really like Scooters. I don't know what they pay them or are giving them, but like those people are so fucking nice. Every location too. I've never, knock on wood, had a bad experience at Scooters. And honestly, they're so, I don't know, they're so nice. I try and tip my baristas. I do, because I get it. I worked in the service industry forever, until I started doing like healthcare based work and social work, and yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here, and like people don't think that you're supposed to tip baristas. I don't know. People in the US are just weird like that. Like, I don't, like, yeah, in a perfect world, we shouldn't have to tip people. Like, they should be paid a basic living wage, but that's like not the fucking case. And most people in like big states like Cali are literally getting paid $5 an hour, and their entire check is like tips. Their entire pay is tips. So like, I don't know, but no, I was just like, I don't know. I'm scared to go to Starbucks. I feel like they're always gonna be mean to me, because they usually are. And like, I went to the Starbucks here in town where I live one time, because this one is where my work is at, and that's why I thought I would try it, because I was like, it's a new location. I've never been there. They were like bullying a girl that was working there, and like, you know, Starbucks, it's a small little fucking open counter. I can hear and see everything, and obviously so could she, and she was like so sweet. She's like the one nice Starbucks worker I have, you know, met. Not to say there aren't not a lot of nice ones online, but the one I've met in person, and they were just straight up making fun of her and like calling her dumb and stuff, and I'm like, why? Because she's being nice and doing her job and not talking shit in front of the customer. Like, she was so wrapped up in her conversation that she could not even take the order, and you're standing right there at the register, and like, I get it, do your thing, but don't talk crap about your coworker in front of me. That's just like, that's sad. I'm like, I feel for you. So I tipped that girl. That's what I did that time. Yeah, I don't know, literally 7 minutes of me putting on mascara. It's fine, I don't care. I like to look like the same, as far as my eyelashes, the same as I did in middle school. I like them to be very clumpy and long, so basically I just keep going in until I'm satisfied. Yeah, I guess we're gonna switch over now. Hopefully I don't have to do any cuts in this video, so that can just be through, like full through. I'm trying to think of what to do next. Maybe some concealer. I like this mascara, but it definitely like does not dry very well. I can't tell what that says. Jerome Alexander Extended Lash Black Mascara. I don't know, it's not even mine, so I just like using it. I don't think we're gonna do eyebrows tonight. Well, actually, I'm gonna work, so I fucking probably should. Oh my god. I don't know, guys. It's just been like stressful. Do you know what I mean? Like, life is just is really fucking testing me right now. It's just like, what is up, Faith? Time for the most traumatizing years of your life. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. My birthday was fun though. Like, I had so much fun on my birthday. If you haven't watched the vlogs, go watch them. They're not as entertaining as I would have liked, and I apologize, but like I said, I've just kind of been going through it. I don't really know how else to say that, but we'll leave it at that. I don't know. Oh my god, I feel so smart. I've been like studying alchemy and philosophy lately. I don't know why, but like I've been watching like 3-hour Stanford lectures on philosophy and like listening to all these podcasts and reading all these books and like learning all these things, and I don't know if it's necessarily helping, and I don't think I sound any smarter, which self-admittedly kind of was the point. However, I do feel like I'm learning a lot, and I don't know that I'm at the point where I'm ready to put my thoughts about all these things I'm learning into words yet, but I would love to dig into some of my theories and talk about some of my favorite alchemists and philosophers of all time. I have this really cool book. I should dig it out, reread it, and do a review on here. I don't know if people read books anymore, but it's The Philosophy of Orange is the New Black, so it kind of goes into like Freud and all those people and stuff like that, and relating it to Orange is the New Black, and it's pretty cool. I've had that book for fucking ever, but yeah, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Remember that. I don't really care how I look. I mean, literally no one is even gonna see me probably tonight, so I mean, they'll see me, but like these are very uneven, not the same shape. It's kind of bugging me. I don't know. Oh God, I'm just dropping everything tonight. No. Oh, okay. No, I think it might be interesting, might be fun. Let me know if y'all would enjoy that. I think people are going to be like, I highly doubt that you're capable of understanding that. And maybe I'm not capable of understanding it fully, but we all have our own interpretations of things. So, you know, everyone's interpretation is going to be different. But I have been really enjoying, I was just watching a video on it last night. It was on active imagination. Yeah, and it was just kind of talking about like the ritualistic aspect of imagination and immersing yourself in the fact that imagination is the ego, like not daydreaming, but actual like plain pretend, I guess is the way you could talk about it, which is like, I don't know. And the way that interconnects, and it was actually used as a therapy for people that had dreams that were too intense for them to handle, so they could work out their issues with these hidden parts of themselves. And the really interesting, like my favorite part of it was, it's when you do it, it's not supposed to be like daydreaming, like romanticizing with characters in your life, because often with characters in your life, like say like you're thinking about your mom or your friend or whoever, and you're imagining you're there talking to them, and manipulative daydreaming, if you will, is what that would be called. However, when you're doing active imagination, etc., it is like these totally like mythical creature, like angelic-esque characters that you're speaking with, that are just deeper parts of yourself uncovered. And I don't know, apparently it can do a lot. So I'm gonna read more up on that. I've never heard of that. And if you know me, you know my mom is like, but you know my mom is super into that kind of stuff. So I've heard her talk about a lot, and I've been exposed to a lot of that growing up. It's very confusing for a child to learn about nihilism and things like that. But you know, it's interesting. I think the older I get, the less I'm trying to understand, and the more I'm trying to interpret and comprehend to my own understanding, I guess. I don't know. So I have no idea what makeup look I'm doing. I'm kind of just going with the flow, because I know my makeup has been kind of boring lately. I normally, it's like I really like doing like super cool and intricate looks, but like I can't do that for work. I can't even have my normal like pink hair, which like really fucking sucks, because I love wearing my pink hair, and can't do it at work. It's just stupid in my opinion. Anyways, ASMR. all my palettes are so dirty and used right now, but that's okay. When all else fails, add a shimmer. Yeah. I'm like, there's like multiple mirror angles going on here, so I apologize, but yeah, I don't know. It's just been a lot. I feel like I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to learn a lot. One thing I do struggle with on a daily basis, I do have a borderline personality disorder. I don't know if I've ever talked about that on here. I was diagnosed when I was 18. I was about to be 19. And I've been working with several doctors and things like that over the years, and in and out of hospital, and reading and doing as much studying as I can. I've done DBT therapy, I've done talk therapy, I've done exposure therapy, I've tried hypnosis, I have tried every different medication that's on the market, feels like sometimes all at once, sometimes one at a time. And there really is no cure. There is no medication that's meant for it. There is, most often they see remission, which is classified as being a 7 or below on the scale. They give you this really like super fucking long test basically, and they ask you like a million questions. And most often they see remission is what they call it. So where you score literally 1 point lower, and you have to have at least one successful, healthy, long-lasting relationship for a year or more. And they see that usually with most people after 10 or more years, which sounds like a lot. But I mean, I've been trying not to be discouraged, because thankfully there's been a lot more research that's been done in the past 10 years. And maybe some point we will get to a point where there's more potential, I guess, for someone like me. I'm not saying I don't have potential. I'm just saying like potential to be a lot healthier and happier. Not to say I'm not happy with my life, but you know what I mean. So anyways, long story short, I do struggle with that, and it's part of my everyday. I really do not have control over very, very, very intense, overwhelming emotions or numbness. Emptiness is a big thing for me. That's the best way to describe it. I feel empty. Relationships of any kind are very hard for me. Really, like even if they're my teacher or they're my boss, they're, my friend, my partner, whatever they are, it's very difficult. It's very hard to cope with, some days more than others. I've lost more people than I can count because of this. And I mean, not to say it's because of the disorder. I mean, because of the actions and the feelings and the thoughts and the paranoia. Like, that's a big thing for me. I get extremely, extremely paranoid and hallucinate. And when I get stressed, I have a very hard time expressing what I'm experiencing and feeling to others because it's so quick and fast-paced. And people often get very tired of me because of that. Jealousy is a big, big issue for me, with friends, partners, teachers, anyone really. I don't know. I can be very destructive with my life if I'm, feeling some type of way, and I really don't it's not that I don't have a sense of self. It's very convoluted. I like to think that it's really buried deep down somewhere inside of me, and someday maybe I'll unlock it. But I kind of exhaust myself, you know what I mean? It's very tiring. God, this video is so long. I'm so sorry, guys. And it's just me ranting. I'm gonna do no cuts. We're not cutting anything out. We're just gonna go with the flow, because I'm almost done, I promise. But yeah, I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult to maintain a job. It's difficult to stay in school. I've dropped out 5 or 6 different times now, and I am attempting to do college this fall, so I'm very, very nervous. Very nervous. I'm glad I don't have to live on campus or anything, but like it's very scary and overwhelming for me most of the time. There are also like a lot of times you'll see like EDs, major depressive, SH, like hurting yourself, you know. I don't want to get demonetized on here, but things like that go along with BPD as well. They're pretty common. And so a lot of people have dual diagnoses, or they treat it as a symptom of the BPD. I can link some really cool resources in my, like my sources, I guess. I'll do that when I'm editing. I'll make sure to do it on my computer, because there is like a bunch of videos I've been watching lately that, like, even if you don't have it, I think it's interesting to watch. And like I try and get people in my life involved to an extent, but it's a lot to ask of someone, even just to be around me and have a relationship with me. So I try not to push it, and maybe I'm just putting myself down, but it's very hard for me to do. Like DBT therapy is very, it's, if you miss one meeting, you're done. Like you don't get to do it again. Most therapists say for another 6 months to a year, and I've had therapists stop working with me before because that was part of our arrangement when I agreed to do the DBT, is if I missed a session, that wasn't due to like an absolute emergency, we would stop working together. So I've had that happen. But a lot of times with borderline, they have found, and I'll link this video below because it's so cool, that involving the family is, the family, you know, friends, family, whoever is important in your life, has greater success levels for remission. And again, I just don't think that's something I can really ask of people, because that's just a lot. It's a lot of commitment. You know, people don't have time to stop everything because I'm triggered. That's what I say. You know, the world doesn't stop because faith is anxious. I gotta take you guys up a second because my highlight is underneath you, but, you know, which is again a hard lesson to learn, because you really feel like the world is ending. Like, you really feel like you're unaliving, like you're not even here. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm a person, or I'm real, or anything is real, or that anyone truly cares about me. And then 10 minutes later it could change, and I'm wanting to go out and be with friends, and then by the time that the commitment rolls around of going out, I'm tired and I want to lay in bed. And you know, some days are better than others, some weeks are better, and some months are better. I've had points in my life where I had very, very brief periods of what I believed to be remission. I do want to address this before I say anything else, because I want to address one of the reasons why borderline and bipolar are very different. And bipolar with mania, it has to last, classified by the DMX, something like that, like by the mental health criteria. It has to be 3 to 4 days or longer to be considered mania. And so with borderline personality disorder, I don't have that. I don't experience multiple days to weeks of a certain emotion. Even if I'm feeling very, very depressed, I could suddenly have a burst of energy or become very angry. Not to say I'm like a very angry person anymore, but you know, I have my moments. We all do, and when I get overstimulated, I get very very unhappy, and it's very noticeable. That's one thing. My friends are, a lot of my friends are neurodivergent, which makes it a lot safer, I feel, for me to express myself and be honest around them and be my true self. But I do feel I'm a very different person when I'm alone. Not that I'm like a secret psychopath or anything, but I feel that something about being alone with myself is, it's just I can't quite describe it, you know. It's almost like unmasking, you know, kind of. But yeah, I do experience like serious self-loathing, and dysphoria, and all those wonderful things. This isn't like a pity party. I'm just trying to make it more educational, I guess. I've just been amazed by all these things I've been learning lately, and it makes me really happy that people are starting to understand and do more studies on people to prove that, you know, we're, oh my god, I'm sitting on my toilet with the lid closed, that we're not sociopaths, that remission and recovery is possible and can be long lasting, and we can have successful relationships. You know, I have relationships with like my best friend Kevin. I have known Kevin close to 7 years now, and we have only had one single argument. You know, like, he has been by my side. You know, there's people like that, and his sister, I love her, and she had the most beautiful, my little niece, oh, she's so beautiful. She's never going on the internet anywhere because you guys are not allowed access to her. But anyways, really long-winded, but I guess I mean, I guess I'm ready for work. Shit, I don't know, maybe a little more mascara. But yeah, that's really it. I mean, that's kind of been what I've been up to lately, just doing a lot of work on myself, and trying to get a deeper understanding of not just myself, but how to heal myself. Gosh, I'm gonna bring you up here, because unfortunately no one else can do that. See what I'm talking about with mascara bleeding? Oh my god, I gotta blend all this out. I like put the phone up and I'm like, ah, oh my god. Anyways, you know what, I'm gonna end this. It's been like 30 fucking minutes, so hopefully I can edit some of this out for you guys, so you don't have to watch like a boring vlog or makeup, get ready, I don't know, you get it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I don't know, it's been kind of crazy because normally I really didn't think anyone was gonna watch me again or watch me in general. Like, I didn't think people were gonna enjoy these as much as they have been. And the support I've been getting from the people in my life for doing something like this, because I do genuinely enjoy it. It's making me very fulfilled and happy. So I'm gonna keep putting videos out. I don't know if there's gonna be consistency. This is just like a fun thing for me. So anyways, this lighting is so bad, but you know what, I don't even care. Thank you again for sitting through this, if you sat through this with me, and I hope maybe you learned something. I will link below a couple of those videos I was talking about, and maybe a couple of the links to like the books I was referencing and things like that. So thank you again. I keep saying it, but I appreciate being able to make this video, because it kind of helped me just talk through things, and it helps me to be on camera and talk to myself for some reason. So, alright, bye guys, I'll see you in the next video.